All right, thanks, guys. Cathay Life takes on Taiwan Power in a 5 a.m. Eastern tip-off. Cathay Life's the 36.5-point favorite with the total at 159 and a hook. Before we go ahead and move on, I just want to take this time to quickly remind you that we're coming off another winning day in our premium sports picks on patreon.com/BrockPage. We went 2-1 in our 3 premium selections on that website yesterday, and that's going to improve our record to 13-3 with a push in our last 17 plays on that website. More specifically, we're currently 9-1 with a push in our last 11 daily extra pick tier package plays on that website as well, and that's good for 90% during that span of picks. And of course, that's a website that I operate that gives you premium daily sports picks beginning at just $1.99 through the end of the month. And we'll talk a little bit more about that in just a second. But before we go ahead and move on, let's go ahead and take a look at some Chinese Taipei WSBL basketball action. And once again, Cathay Life squares off against Taiwan Power in a 5 a.m. Eastern tip-off. Cathay's minus 36.5 with a total at 159.5 flat. Cathay's coming fresh off an 88-61 victory over Chunhua Telecom, where they held them to just 11 points in the first quarter to start the game. Cathay also beat Taiwan Power 93-65 in their game before that, holding Tai Power to just 29 total points in the first half of that contest. Cathay's averaging 91 points per game in their last 4 and hasn't lost a game in over 2 years. Taiwan Power, on the other side, is coming off yet another tough loss, this time to Taiyuan, where they gave up 91 total points in that contest. Tai Power is currently on a 13-game losing streak dating back to January of 2019. They're also giving up 88 points per game on average in their last 4. Now, total-wise, 3 out of their last 4 have stayed under the total of 159.5. Meanwhile, on the other side, Cathay's last 3 straight stayed under that number as well. Might not be a bad spot for an underbetter here, although I think you'll probably get a better number closer to tip-off if you like an underplay here. But regardless, give me Cathay Life minus 36.5 and the under 159 and a hook in that contest. And before we go ahead and move on, just want to take another quick timeout and welcome you to the show. Got some lines of Purslines out for Wednesday's WSBL basketball action, and hopefully you are having a good week thus far. Now, before we go ahead and move on with the program, I just want to quickly remind you once again to check me out on my website at patreon.com/BrockPage, where we are once again coming off yet another winning day on that website, going 2-1 in our 3 premium selections on that site yesterday. That improved our record to 13-3 with a push in our last 17 premium plays on that website yesterday as well. We also improved to 9-1 with a push in our last 11 extra daily pick tier package plays. Good for 90% in that particular category as well. Very good package for us right now. We do daily premium sports picks on that website beginning at just $1.99 through the end of the month. We also have a bunch of different memberships, tiers, and packages that you can subscribe to. Currently, we have over 575 members signed up and active on that page. We'll bill you the day you sign up and then the first of every month following that. Now, you might be wondering, why would all those folks sign up to receive Patreon picks where they can get them right here for free on YouTube? And that's certainly a great point, a great concern. But there is a big problem with me handicapping every single game that's on the board, side and total. And the problem is this: if you were going to go ahead and bet every single game that's on the board that I put out here on YouTube, side and total, you're virtually guaranteeing yourself failure. And I know that sounds crazy, but you just got to hear me out. If you're going to go ahead and bet every single game that's on the slate with your hard-earned money, it's certainly not a winning formula for success. And as a matter of fact, it's a recipe for disaster. The books are way too smart. They're way too sharp. They have a lot more money than you and I do combined to be able to absorb that kind of action. And most important, guys, the math becomes aggressively against you the more and more games you play like that. So what I do on Patreon is I make life a lot easier for you. I break it down and focus in on just 3 to 4 premium selections per day. They're high percentage picks, games that I personally have action on. And I'll tell you this much, my current Patreon record is a whole lot better than it is here on YouTube handicapping every single game that's on the board, side and total. And the good news is this. If you want to check out my current Patreon record, you can actually do that for free right now. It's located right on the homepage. All you have to do is click the link in the description section below. I'll also include a link in the comment section below as well. And once again, that is patreon.com/BrockPage. And without any further ado, let's go ahead and dive back into some more free lines and personal leans right here on YouTube. All starts Eastern Standard Time. And on deck we have Chunhwa Telecom taking on Taiyuan in a 7 a.m. tip-off. Chunhwa is minus 7.5 with a total at 152 and a hook. And if you like Taiyuan in an upset, they're plus 240 for some moneyline cash. And speaking of Taiyuan, they've lost 2 out of their last 3, including a 38-point loss to Cathay Life during that span. Even worse, they scored just 9 points in the third quarter in that contest. They're also coming off an 11-point loss to Chunhwa during that stretch as well, where Chunhwa held them to just 17 points in the fourth quarter to finish out the game. Taiyuan hasn't had much success against this telecom team, going winless in their last 3 straight against them. Their average margin of victory in those meetings is 14 points. Now, Chunhwa, on the other side, they've been victorious in 2 out of their last 3, including a 37-point drubbing of Taiwan Power during that span. They held Tai Power to just 10 total points in the fourth quarter. Chunhwa's also been victorious in 5 out of their last 7, which includes 3 international friendlies in that mix. Now, total-wise, Chunhwa's last 3 straight stayed under the total of 152.5. Meanwhile, on the other side, Taiyuan saw 3 out of their last 4 stay under that number as well. Might be a nice spot for another underplay here. Give me Chunhwa Telecom minus 7.5 and the under 152.5 in that spot.